What do you guys feel about kind of the next wave of how the media landscape now is kind of changing? And we're sitting here right now in the epicenter of our own media, right? Our own microphones,
I love
our
it.
own viewership. And so
I love it. Give the voice to the players, the product. You know, we want to hear from them. You know, those old days of that reporter sitting there writing that stuff down and maybe switching your words up or whatever they do.
Your words all the way
You
up.
read it in the next morning like, bro, I didn't say that. And now you looking for that dude. You know what I'm saying? So I love the fact that we're empowering the players.
Yeah.
You know, we're the product, we're the guys, so we want to hear directly from them.
And I think it's okay that these players have platforms during the season, because I don't think fans really understand what their day structure looked like, right? You only could be on the court 2 hours, 4 hours at max, especially flying, going in and out of town, all over the place. Recovery 2 hours, weights an hour and a half, massage, ice tub. They're doing a 6-7 hour day. And when you see them on their podcast, people are criticizing them because they're doing an hour-long podcast on their time. Like when Draymond goes after a game and in his room and he's talking, I'm tuning in because it's fresh.
Yeah.
And he's talking about real information at a fresh time, and his perspectives are always good. And it's good to get that perspective because he get to tell his story.
Well, and also too, it's like sometimes when other people are controlling your narrative, sometimes it sounds very similar, right? They like to paint a good versus a bad guy. Like it's really only two ways that they paint you in the media. Now you're getting more guys getting their voice on more topics, and now you're seeing so many different ways to think about it and so many different ways into something. Like Draymond is going to give you a whole different take about something than you normally would have heard from their beat writer, who has a job to make sure that he get in that locker room. He ain't fucking over the organization by writing the wrong things, right? Like you gotta understand, like some of this stuff was controlled for a long time by people who have other agendas as well. Now the player agenda is to make sure that you're hearing it right from the player's mouth. So I love the fact that we all have these platforms that we have where we have our own platforms to be able to talk, but I love the fact that now it's expanded. And I just signed with Amazon to be able to be a voice of the NBA as a part of an unbelievable group of, of some of the game's greats. And we talk about you want players to be coaches. You also want players talking on the game.
Talk about the game.
And hopefully not just certain voices, you want more voices. And now we get an opportunity with these networks to have more voices speaking on the game. And I think it becomes greater conversations more on our players and not just, the negative things about what they're not doing. And we able to talk a little bit more about the holistic part of the game of basketball.
No, I think it's the beautiful thing about it. It's funny because, like, to me, just watching how it just exploded. Like you have, this is where the old head loves the new generation and the new flow of things going, like where it's expanding, you're getting more options, more flavors. And so then you have obviously where it used to be before NBC, then it got to NBC and ESPN and TNT. Like it was just what you saw. But now you have obviously NBC, you have ABC, ESPN, you have TNT, you have all these other options to have them. Having these options, then you have more faces and more voices to hear from, because it's one thing to just get the same 3, 4, 5 voices all the time for everything. And to get the fact that you get to hear it from you, Melo, UD, all these guys, Dirk, all these guys that you know are superstars, you respect them when they talk on the show.
Yeah, you know they work.
You believe them.
Yeah.
So how you were saying, like what you were saying about the coaches, like even with where I get my information from, to me, that's why the podcasts and these networks and these networks on social have blown up so much, because now you get to hear it from your mouths. And I think for me to see it on the network side too is beautiful. Like the fact that to watch you on, like when you was on TNT, when you were on it before, I think it was so dope at the time, because at the time you had the old guards, you had the Chuck, Kenny, and like those guys, and you had that the regular, and then you kind of came in and kind of sauced it up and put something a little different, and then you step back, but now to see all these other faces, all these other names you hear, that part is where you want to watch. Now you want to watch more sports. You want to see all this stuff. So to me, it's great. It's great for the game.